Before we get on with the rest of the video, which has already been filmed and actually edited, I had something different planned for the start of my video, something jokey, but something more serious has actually been brought to my attention. One of my subscribers by the name of Jay Fletcher sent me a DM on Twitter to let me know one of his best friends, who was 28 years old, by the name of Marc, who was a massive Rangers fan, has actually took his own life today, which is absolutely devastating to hear. My deepest condolences go to the family, especially around about this time. And to be honest, I just want to take a wee second just to start the video to not only dedicate it to the man himself, but also say if you're ever struggling, if you're ever feeling like that, please speak out and get help. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. I've struggled with my own demons myself. There's none to be embarrassed about. Please just seek help. So yeah, today's video will be dedicated to the man himself. Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we're back for another brand new video. Today's video is finally here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We have Rangers, we've got Aberdeen, we've got a semi-final. The game that was actually picked to be at Hampden, because it's all about the famous. Now if you've never seen any of these videos before, in today's video we will look at team news, injury updates on both sides of things, so you'll learn a wee bit more about Aberdeen, who to look out for tomorrow, all that cool stuff. I'm going to hit you with my prediction, now I'm going to read out the people's prediction from Twitter, so if you want to get involved, make sure you be doing so in the comment section below and let me know your prediction. Also, by the way, we're about 15-16 away from 22k. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and let's get into today's video, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Aberdeen versus Rangers, 4:30 PM kickoff at Hampden Park. Now you've got Aberdeen and Rangers, the great rivalry that is. They had a feisty encounter in the very first game of the season, which saw Alfredo Morelos sent off very early into the game, and Aberdeen managing to snatch a last-minute equaliser. Tasty game, and I think both teams are going to be looking at this game to make an absolute statement. And I'm not meaning just the players, by the way. Derek McInnes has been blowing his own trumpet something viciously in the last 2 or 3 days during his sort of media run-up, talking about all the big games he gets to and how he gets unfairly labelled as always losing the big game, but at least he always gets to the big game. He's been really blowing himself. I can't say that? Okay, fair. Hey, remember when you used to put your collar up at like high school and that used to mean you're like really cool, but then you get to my age and you look like you're an outcast of the Bee Gees? Sorry, back to the football. So yeah, Derek McInnes has put a lot of pressure on himself and his players, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that. On the Aberdeen side of things, by the way, you'll have to look at their injury list because it is actually pretty damn long. You've got Greg Tansland, Frank Ross, Mark Reynolds and Tommy Hoban, or is it Hoban? Is it Oban with a H? Who actually knows? But they are actually all going to be guaranteed to be missing tomorrow's semi-final. However, Stevie May and also Neil McGinn are both in contention to play some part tomorrow, whether that's be starting or coming off from the bench. So look out for them too, because they're probably the two danger men, especially Neil McGinn. And if I'm being honest with you, I think he's actually the danger man in the Aberdeen setup. I know a lot of people like Gary Mackay-Friesen, but honestly, McGinn's probably the danger man, so it'd be great if he misses out. That's enough talk about Aberdeen, however. Let's jump over and talk about the famous Scotty Arfield's obviously missed the last 2 games of football, which I think he was missed in both games. However, I'm here happy to tell you he's took part in full training, and a lot like May and McGinn, he's actually in contention for playing a part in tomorrow's game of football, which would be a massive boost to that Rangers midfield, because I think if you look at the last 2 games when he's been missing, there's just genuinely, ironically, pun intended, something missing. The other 2 injury updates to keep you updated with: Bonnebear is actually going to be missing, so he's going to be taking no part in tomorrow's game of football. But also Graham Dorrans, it looks like as if it is going to be a sort of longer injury layoff than everyone sort of hoped and prayed for. If you didn't know, if you missed my last prediction video, we obviously discussed that Graham Dorrans is seeing a specialist on his knee, I believe it is, and between him and the specialist and the club, they're going to discuss to see what's the best course of action to get Graham Dorrans back where he belongs, which is at Ibrox, playing some damn football. Finally, because the guy's got all the talent in the world, and I'm dying to see what he can do in a Stevie G Rangers side, but it just looks like, unfortunately for Graham Dorrans, it isn't quite happening yet. The only other news to keep you up to date with is obviously Alfredo Morelos is suspended for the game, which I'm pretty sure will impact every single person's prediction, and Kyle Lafferty is obviously cup tied, which makes his non-appearance at midweek even more of a head scratcher. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've talked about the team news, the injury updates and the suspension list. Now that all that's left is to give you my prediction and put over Policy's prediction again. My prediction is going to be a short and simple one. It's a bit of a channel favourite. If you're an OG, you will already know what that is. That is going to be none other than Rangers 2, Aberdeen 1. That is the scoreline. I believe the goal scorers will come from Ryan Kent, because the guy's just absolutely on form, and I believe a cheeky penalty from Captain Tavernier, aka the #1 ranked defender in European football just now in the Europa League, and obviously in Scotland. He loves a cheeky pen and I love him taking them, so that is what I'm going to go with. I believe it'll go, actually, Aberdeen will take the lead. I believe it'll go 1-0 Aberdeen, 1-1 to Rangers, and then a Captain Tavernier penalty to settle the tie. Now, before we actually jump over to Policy's prediction, I want to ask you, the viewer watching this video just now, who should start in the goalkeeping position? Because there's a lot of talk between Shagger and Fods. Fods usually plays the cup games, but given the magnitude of this tie, a lot of people's praying and hoping that it's Shagger. And also, how do you fix the up front situation on? I'd start Ryan Kent. There we are! Short and sweet! Now over to the man who's also short and sweet. Paul at Seas, take it away.
Hello again, Nova Nation. It's Paul at Seas with a brand new prediction video. And this is for the League Cup semi-final against Aberdeen at Hampden.
Pause it. Is that Snagsy? That beautiful bearded bastard? Why are we listening to Paul at Seas then if Snagsy's there?
I'm going to go for a good solid 3-0 to the Mighty Famous. I'm going to hand over to my good friend, it's the Snagsatron.
Before he even says anything, welcome back Snagster. Take it away. Save us, because we just had to listen to Paul.
Apologies for that intro there. I'm going to go for a 3-0 as well. I reckon it'll be a Ryan Kent double and somebody else.
And before we get further, it's channel favourite, it's the Simster.
Pause it right there. No.
How he's doing, lads? Novo Nation. If you're interested in knowing my prediction for the game tomorrow, check out the Viewer Can Choose podcast.
Always plugging. Respect that, but also hate him.
And there we have it. I'm sure CJ will be delighted with this. Back to you. Too sweet.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic, Paul. Thanks for sending that in. Snagsy, always good to see you. Simmy, I wish I could say the same. That's the boys' opinion done and dusted, I suppose. I need a drink to calm myself down. So grab your refreshments, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Sponsor break. Now it's time for my favourite part of every single video. It's reading out the people's opinion, because they're usually son crazy in the comments. 875 votes in the hour that was up. Thank you so much for getting involved. 6% votes for Aberdeen, but 94% of the people votes for a Rangers win. So let's see what they've got to say. Ben at Ben RFC2. Not been so confident in a semi-final in a long time. Going for a 3-0 to Rangers. Kent will start up front and will get a goal. Ajay and Tav getting the other two. I like that. Georgie Brown says 4-0. It's going to be a top-class performance for the mighty Glasgow Rangers. Roy O'Neill says 2-1 Rangers. Goals from Captain Tav and Kent. The exact same, Roy. We're in here, mate. Next one up comes from Barney Stinson, aka the Gift Brother. Says 3-1 to the famous Glasgow Rangers. Kent, Middleton, Tav and Goldson. We have the quality and all throughout the team, and if we play with the intensity of Thursday, I can see the cigars coming out early. Come on, the Rangers, let's go. Cameron 1872 says, we'll be tough, but we'll win 1-1. 4-2 on penalties. Kent to score for us. Now I feel like you are taking the piss at me. Ulster on tour says 3-1 to Rangers. Tav with a pen and a free kick. And Kent, that would be tidy, mate. I like that all day. Jamie Shepherd says 6-0 to Rangers. Okay. Del Cio and Wallace hat-trick. Brilliant. Stevie G, Blue and White Army just says Middleton. Okay, I love that. 1-0 maybe. Ian McDougall says, the famous 2-0 to Rangers, Kent and Jack. It's Ryan's time. No more needs to be said here. I'd absolutely love that. Do you remember his volley against Spartak from outside the box? They hit the bar. I think it was given as a foul or something like that, but in the build-up bit, almost there, and I'd love it to be tomorrow. Craig 1872 says 4-0 Rangers. Middleton 1, Tav 1, and Kent to score 2. I honestly think Aberdeen have no chance at all, given our best. Best against their best. They ain't got a chance. There has to be the team that starts, in my opinion. Gerrard will have the players pumped up and we're just going to sit and destroy them. He basically puts Middleton out on the left, Candace on the right and Kent up front to the centre. I quite like that, with Koulibaly, Arfield and Jack in the midfield. Flanagan, Warrock, Goldson and Tav as their sort of defenders. That is a tidy 11, mate, and I like it. I want the people's reaction to that 11. Would you be happy with seeing it? I don't know, I just think Kent in the middle of the park would actually do pretty well. Ewan McKenzie says 3-1 to Rangers. Tav Kent with Gresda with the goals. He certainly owes us one, doesn't he, Grezzy? Doesn't he? Well, I don't know why I'm getting aggressive at you, Ewan. I apologise deeply. And the last 2 or 3 that we'll read out comes from Ross Wallace. Watson, I mean. Oh, fuck. that wasn't even intentional. He says 4-0 Morelos, Lafferty, Wallace and Dorrance. Brilliant. Okay, saw it coming. Andrew Wilson says, might have missed the poll, but I was busy for most of the day at work. Shout out to you, mate. Glad that you've got a brand new job. Gonna say 2-1 to Rangers with Kent and Gresda. So you've heard the people's opinion. I've never heard them so confident in a very, very long time. You've also heard the lad's opinion from the other podcast.
Check out the We Welcome the Chase podcast.
It's the We Welcome the Chase podcast. And I'll be Sieging Over 92. If you don't mind smashing the like button, it definitely helps the channel out. And if you want to support the channel directly, there will be a link to the Patreon in the description below. I'll be Sieging Over 92. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.